everyone, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders on the PDX Picker channel. I'm Chris. We have another video. I'm going to pull some orders to start off with, and we are going to continue marching through my death pile. Follow me along on the process, on the journey, as I try to clear this giant impending doom death pile. Not clear it, but organize it and get a plan to actually attack it. But first, we're going to pull some orders. 2 days ago was my last video. It is Sunday evening. Had a very good sales weekend, primarily because I sold across all three platforms that I list on for the first time in quite a while. Multiple orders on Mercari, multiple orders on Poshmark, and quite a few orders on eBay. So let's get into pulling those. It's kind of crazy, like I said. Last video, I talked about finally selling something on Mercari for the first time in a while, and then I ended up selling two more things. So Mercari is kind of ish back, not really, but kind of. I'm definitely seeing a pattern with the kind of stuff that is selling on there, and it's just not eBay stuff. Well, I mean it is, but it's lower dollar items. That's basically things that are $30 and under seem to sell more regularly on Mercari. That's my anecdotal evidence. All right, this sold right here. This is something that I had no idea what it was. I bought it at a garage sale over the summer. The guy who was running the garage sale told me this was a heck of a deal. I paid $5 for it. And it turned out to be a heck of a deal. It is something that is used to cut foam. Like, I don't know exactly what kind of foam it is. I did a little bit of research on it. You basically connect a wire to these two wooden pieces here. Run some electricity through there. It cuts foam. I don't know. He said it worked. I plugged it in. It powered on. $119.20 plus shipping on there. So yes, it definitely was a good deal at $5. It took a few months to sell, but definitely worth it. I had it originally listed for $150, but it was in my 20% off sale that's going on. Still doing well with that one, and that's why it sold for that kind of random amount. Just sold another item while we're talking here. I love when that happens. This sold. I bought two bats at my local thrift store about 2 weeks ago and listed them both. One sold in a day. This one sold in like 3 or 4 days. I didn't think I underpriced them, but I mean, it's baseball, softball season. This is a softball bat. Rawlings Quattro Pro. Paid $3.99 for it. Sold for $60 plus shipping. So really good start on that. This one, I saw this at an estate sale. I did comp it, but even I probably didn't comp it well because the comps weren't that great. This is a little chess strategy guide. The Fischer versus Spassky 1972 championship match held in Reykjavik, Iceland. Like, you can follow along on the strategy of that game. Paid, I think, $4 for that. And it sold for $15.99 free shipping. It's brand new in the package. Part of the reason why I bought it. Kind of surprised it sold at all. But we'll take it. And then this, always a typical winner, no matter what. Held to be true if you buy it for the right price. This is a Microsoft rollerball mouse. Paid $2 for it. Logitech. This is a Logitech M570, and tested it out. It came with the dongle, the USB dongle. Looked to be great, but didn't work for whatever reason. Still sold it $14.99 free shipping. My point, I didn't make very much money on it, but the point is for $2, it was a no-brainer because no matter what, I was going to make something off of it, even if it didn't work at all. If it had worked, probably $30 to $40. So those are good ones to. Those are always good ones to pick up. And surprisingly to me, there's still value in picking up the Twilight series. I guess they made those movies. And I think there are 5 movies. And then, apparently... Alright, my SD card ran out of space. Had to clear some things off, so we're back. The Twilight book series, like I mentioned, I think they ended up writing 2 books after all the movies came out. So there's actually 6 total books in the series, but you can still sell the first 4 really well. I picked these all up for $1, all 4 of them total. And they sold for $30, free shipping on that one. So probably going to be about $7 to $8 to ship. So not too bad at all. And then this little guy sold. It is a hair perfume. Picked this up for $2 at my local thrift store. Kitsch Amber Shores hair perfume, $19.50, free shipping. A couple of updates from last video. I did finally, in fact, get in touch or get to nail down a time with the guy. Actually, I didn't nail a time down with the guy. The guy who bought the CBD oil extractor or the tank extractor, I basically made him text me from the location that I was going to meet him at. And I said, text me a picture when you're in the parking lot. And he did, and I showed up, because that way I knew I wasn't going to waste my time driving somewhere only for him to flake on me. But I sold it for $100. Still have the industrial chiller there. I've had some people reach out to me that wanted to buy just that. So I will relist that probably, hopefully for $50 or so. Well, that's good. The tank moved out of the way, gave me a lot of space. It cleared up a lot of space, which is nice. I don't know why I charged so much for shipping for this, but sold a bowling bag. These vintage bowling bags can be really good sellers. This one eventually sold, not for a ton of money. It is I think a Brunswick bag, probably from the 70s or early 80s. This isn't a great color scheme, this brown on brown. There's some, I don't know, blues and purples and all that kind of stuff. Those are usually the better color schemes, but that still sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Like I said, I charged $15 to ship it for some reason. Did I disclose that? Did I disclose that? There's a little cut on there. Yeah, okay. Yesterday, I decided I didn't do a lot of work on the death pile in terms of categorizing things and moving them around, so it's still how I left you on the last video is pretty much how it is now. Except when I went to list things, I decided to take from my quick flipper shelf. My quick flipper shelf. And some of the things on there were some VCRs. So I decided that I was going to test them. And I have this fun little TV here that I bought to resell, but I don't really want to ship it. I'll probably end up listing it to sell it locally. Whoa, my face was gone. But this beautiful Disney Princess TV I bought for $10 a while ago, and it is really good for testing out VCRs because it has the things up front here, at least I thought it did. And maybe there's some way to get it to work. I couldn't get them to work through these ports, so thankfully they have them on the back. Anyway, I had bought this VHS tape a while ago for like 99 cents from my thrift store. And I was going to use that to test my VCRs. Well, I went to go find it. I'm looking for it right now because I thought I just had an epiphany on where it went. But I went to go find it and I can't find it. It was like an old copy of Lone Star, that Mel Gibson movie. I think it was Lone Star. Anyway, I don't know where it was at all. But I did also have this copy of E.T. So I thought, well, you know what? I will use this copy to test the VCRs out. Very first one I test. Eats the darn tape. Eats the darn tape. So, I mean, this doesn't have any value. It was more just nostalgic. And I know there's a way to get VCR tapes that are stuck out. And I tried. I didn't try that hard. I tried fairly hard, though. This is the after result. By the way, I then went on and I tried to test another one. It wouldn't even power on. So I now have a new box. This box right here is going to be electronics to be recycled. But there's the ET tape stuck inside there. As you can tell, I I pulled this, took this thing apart, tried to get it out. She's stuck in there. She's stuck in there real good. I don't know. I'm sure people that know these things, they'll probably tell me, oh, yeah, you just boop, 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 boop. And it comes out right away. Couldn't figure it out. I just thought it was funny, the very, very first VCR I test, that happens. So, I don't think I'm going to be doing, or going to be buying a lot of retro electronics like that. They sit here forever, I never test them, and they eat my tapes. This sold here. This is part of the storage unit. It's a big bunch of knives that were all, included in everything. $11.99 free shipping. It is a Winchester 2009 limited edition bone and wood inlay. To me, this is a super nice knife, but it's Chinese made, mass produced, so it doesn't really have a lot of value. But $11.99 free shipping. One more item on eBay, and then we'll go to Mercari and Poshmark. This is one of my last set of new old stock long johns by J.E. Morgan. I think I have one more shirt and one pant. This is an double XL, $25.99 free shipping. Paid $5 for that. So that was a great find. Very, very pleased to have found those. All right, let's go to Poshmark. I'm very surprised I sold this on Poshmark, and it also bothers me so much that Mercari is so stupid. Mercari has this policy, for those of you that don't know, that they will not allow pocket knives to be sold. Any knife. Yeah, you can't. As far as I know, you can't sell a kitchen knife. I suppose you can sell a butter knife as part of a flatware set. But you certainly cannot sell pocket knives. Because it's part of their anti-weapons policy. This is it's part of that. I had a big lot of union-related items, mostly pins and buttons. Well, this was in there. It's another machinist union, 75th year local 125, so from 1975. And this is actually like a little keychain fob type thing, but it also has, so it's a circle, and it has like circular pocket knife blades in there. I'd take it out, it's not that interesting, but this is pretty cool. Actually has come up for sale a few times, and this one sold $50 plus shipping on Poshmark. So, silly Mercari, you lost out on a sale, because that very well could have sold on your platform. And then I sold another part of my consignment Poshmark consignment stuff. So I only have 4 items left. I've sold 5 of the 9 items. What's sold is this new in the box, if I can get it here, kind of see it there. I guess I can take it out. It's a pair of shoes by a company called Atrex. So that's the name there. I've never heard of it. A pair of wedge sandals, $60 on Poshmark. So I split that with the consignor, and that is I think $24 each. Yeah, so pretty slick. I have sold probably, well, let's look real quick. I've sold $508 total from that Poshmark consignment bag. I have 4 items left for a total of, if they all sold for the price listed, of another $250, another $370. So definitely a cool opportunity to have to sell stuff on consignment via Poshmark. And then on Mercari, I had 2 different Transformers sell, which leaves me with, I believe, just 3 left, or 2 left. No, I forgot I have 2 little guys. Uh-oh. Who does that go with? I think it goes with the one that sold. So I have 4 total Transformers left. And these are just small dollar sales. But like I said, that seems to be what's selling on Mercari. So we got an Ironhide here from Bumblebee that sold for $18.69, free shipping. And this guy named Scorponok, I think, is that his name? Yeah, Scorponok. One of the cooler ones, but this has the lowest value of any of them that I listed. $13, took an offer, $13, free shipping on that. So I will get those shipped out for tomorrow. And I did kind of source one thing. I hope it's okay. So I have these 24-hour auction things on Facebook in my local area. People post things for sale, and you just comment on the posts what your bid is. And somebody was selling a couple of these doTERRA diffusers. They're like plug-in diffusers. And for whatever reason, I decided, well, here's the only reason I was even on there is I sold something we were getting rid of from the house. And so as I posted that, I noticed that there were these doTERRA things. And I know that doTERRA, especially the oils, can be very valuable. So I looked up the diffusers, and there were two of them. And one would sell for like $100, and another one for like $125. Pre-owned. These plug-in diffusers. I don't get it. They're motion activated or something, which, okay, that's cool. But like, or maybe they're timed. I don't know. But they're plug-in diffusers, sell for $100 or $125. So I wanted to get them both. Long story long, I ended up winning one for $12. So I will be picking that up tomorrow. Which I'm glad I got that one, because the other one was bid up all the way to like $23 or something, and that one was the one that was worth $100. The one that I got for $12 is worth $125. So I kind of broke my rule of not sourcing, but it was just too good to pass up. And then I also bought this last week. This is, I don't know what I'm going to do, what I'm going to get for this, if it sells at all. I mean, I guess maybe there'll be somebody else. Like, I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace about a week ago, had my son pick it up, and then he brought it to me this weekend. So it's this thing right here. It's a partial chess set. So right off the bat, a partial chess set, no board. Why would I buy it? And I might be crazy. I don't know, but it's from this company called Field of Valor, and love for that to focus. So it's a Navy versus the Marines chess set, and this piece, each piece is really heavy. Let's weigh it in grams. Well, I don't know, grams isn't going to mean anything, but just that weighs almost 3 ounces. I mean, it's a hefty, metal, some sort of metal piece. So there's the sailor, and then here is the Marine pawn. Help if I actually showed it to you. Anyway, it is, like I said, it's partial. I think there's 24 of the 32 pieces here, and then some of them, like you can see this helicopter, broken. Missing the rotors on the top. Why did I get this? Well, not that I expect to get anywhere remotely close to this, but when this was new, it was $900. So, I don't know. I think, my plan is to part it out. I'll sell each of these, try and sell each of these individually. We'll see. The market is probably extremely, extremely tiny. And then a lot of the pieces are broken. But for $20, I had to take a shot on it. So like this right here, the pieces here, weighs 4 pounds, 6 ounces. Hefty, hefty set. But anyway, my point for that is I did a teeny tiny bit of sourcing, and then I acquired some things that I'd sourced prior to that. But other than that, I'm still good to go. Like I said, I'm going to work on this shelf here next. And I want to get a section going of local stuff that I want to sell locally. So I'm hoping to clear clear out. Some of this stuff is, I know, well, like there's 2 giant typewriters in here that don't work, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I might end up donating them. One of the whole reason I bought one of the typewriters, I paid like nothing for it, like $4. And if it was working, it's worth like $300 or more, I think. Might even be more than that on eBay. But it's massive, and it was back when I thought, oh, I can source whatever size object I want, and I still fall for it every now and then. There's so many big things around here that I'm just going to try, and I'm either going to, like I said, sell them locally or cut bait, donate them, clear up more space. And I would really love to find that Lone Star VHS tape, primarily because I have at least 2, maybe 3 VCR DVD combos that I need to test. Oh, well, I found the tape. That's good. I left it in my VHS TV combo. Don't know where the case is, but that's neither here nor there. At least I have the tape. I might try and sell this actually on eBay. I don't know. I might be able to sell it locally on Facebook. $100, I think, would be maybe even more than that when you think about it, because it's got a lot going. These in my opinion, these are some of the better things to pick up. The DVD VCR combos are good too, but the VHS ones, it's like perfect for retro buyers. So you got the VHS VCR retro piece, and then these are really good for retro gaming as well. The old CRT TVs, but they're CRT TVs, and they're small, so they don't take up a lot of room. I could probably get. I'll ask $150 probably for something like that. And it might take a while to sell. Like if I put it on eBay, it'd probably sell quickly. But then you're talking about having to ship it, and I'm done. I'm just rambling here. But anyway, I'm gonna cut the video off for tonight. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around on my channel. Please like this video if you did, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. Good luck to everyone out there. Take care. We'll see you on the next video.